Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Ready or Not. The 1.0 update is finally upon us. I have completed it, and with it, it's brought a whole host of new changes. Some of them good, some of them bad. And I could honestly go off on a whole rant, make a whole video explaining the differences that have been made. To be honest, this update has kind of exposed a lot of the core problems and fundamentally flawed mindsets of the developers in this game. And I could probably make a whole video on that, but I am not here to talk about that, I am just here to play. Obviously the chief thing that would be preventing me from doing that is the absolutely nuts AI. But I've installed a mod to fix that, and I have a level which I would like to try. Now, for the most part, I feel like, even though the environmental storytelling can be really good at times, on some it lays it on a little bit thick, and it's not very, very subtle. The level we're going to be trying out today is no exception. However, I don't think subtlety is what this map needed. As you're going to see, this is a real spooky whack job case, and, well, it's going to be on our team of 5 to sort it out. Let's read the briefing. Okay, this is going to be quick and dirty. We've got an officer down and one more under fire over at the Chiariessa family vineyards in Santavino. We've all heard the stories about that place, but something escalated. We don't know much about this place, so we'll be going in somewhat blind. Officer Garcia is stranded at the vineyard and taking heavy fire from all sides. Sergeant Perez is dead. LSPD is en route with all available units responding, but we need to get out there and shut it down. The Chiariessa vineyards have always kept to themselves, but this morning the LSPD got reports of a group of women from that compound assaulting a male inside a convenience store. They fled the scene in a white Ford, and the plates traced back to Elaine Raskin. Now, Raskin is an interesting character. She's ex-USIA, got a discharge, but everything relating to her is sealed. If she's leading this thing, then we've got to be smart with how we go about everything. The Chiariessa Vineyard is a large complex with 3 primary buildings, and also several small outbuildings that pose a threat. However, Officer Garcia is pinned down in the central courtyard. Our primary goal is to get her out of there, and then set up a perimeter and try to make contact with Raskin. The layout of the vineyard is being uploaded to your devices right now. Study it as we get moving, because there is no time to waste. There's been plenty of debacles over the years with incidents like this, and I will not have this being another one. Alright, so our main suspect is Elaine Raskin, main proprietor of Carried from Crisis LLC, advertised as a place for women who have been given no other option but to step away from their former lives in an effort to save themselves from misery. The non-profit organization was closed down in 2016 after 5 years of operation. Based on the call to 911, she's clearly unhinged. It's highly likely she'll be dangerous, and won't go down without a fight. And Eve Nader. Eve Nader is known to the LSPD due to her husband and child having reached out to file a missing persons report in June of 2011. Since then, she's been suspected to be living on the Chiariessa farm compound with Raskin. Eve was not known to have any weapons training at the time of her disappearance. Okay, and we've got some CCTV of the suspects crossing the parking lot.
911, this call is being recorded. What is your emergency?
This is Officer Mariana Garcia. I've come under heavy fire at the Chiariessa family vineyards.
Ma'am, did you say Officer Garcia?
Yes, Officer Garcia. There's no radio reception out here. We got an officer down and I'm pinned down on all sides. I need immediate assistance.
Officer Garcia, can you please confirm your location?
Yes, I'm at the Chiariessa family vineyards. Sergeant Perez is dead and I need help. Please, send assistance now.
Okay, Officer Garcia, have you radioed for assistance?
I tried, but the reception out here sucks. Nothing but static coming through. I don't think anyone heard me.
Okay, I've put your call through to dispatch. Units are en route. Stay safe, Officer Garcia.
We don't know much about this place.
Okay, yeah, no, shut up. And wait, Elaine Raskin's 911 call, an unhinged call from Elaine Raskin to 911.
911, this call is being recorded. What is your emergency?
We do not want this. Our hand has been forced by the action of a society that wants to keep us weak and subservient.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but this is an emergency line. I'm going to ask you to hang up.
They must learn to pay for their crimes.
Ma'am, I'm going to have to...
You bow down to them. You offer yourself like a cheap whore. You could be saved, but only when you realize the power they hold over you is nothing but smoke and mirrors.
Ma'am, where are you calling from?
Good. Yes, send them all to the slaughter. We are one, and we are tired of being treated like pets and incubators for the next generation of filth.
Can I take your name, ma'am?
My name? My name is of no consequence, because we are one. They stole our bodies, our minds, and our spirits, but they could not break us. We are weak no more.
Ma'am.
We will not stop, and we will not be stopped.
Wait, there's more as well. The discharge documents of Elaine Raskin? Ooh. Photo taken by an amateur photographer in the area who investigated the sounds of gunfire before being apprehended by police. Oh, look, it's just like peeking through the trees. And an image of a statue that appears to be crying tears of blood. That's what I love. That's what I love about the vibe that this game puts out. It's all about just not knowing what you're getting into and what kind of people you're going to be dealing with.
Behind you.
All right, here we are.
Suspects have a foothold in this area, and they're refusing to cooperate. Entry team, you are cleared to proceed with the mission.
And the fact that I'm not hearing gunshots is not reassuring. We're supposed to have an officer pinned down here. Here's the car that I guess came under fire as it approached the farm. And let's make our way inside. Now, before we do anything, let's have a quick look at that map. Yeah, so I don't want to draw on it right now, but that is quite a lot of ground for 5 officers to cover. So we're just going to have to take this methodically. So I'm thinking over on the left there is going to be our best bet. We're going to want to cross this entryway as quickly as possible. And make our way inside. Oh, my flashlight's not doing anything over there. I'm also noticing there's a lot of statues in the tall grass. So we got to be careful at what is actually a person and what isn't. Oh, this flashlight is doing nothing for me. Door on the left. And on the right. I think I just heard a big bang. Let's see what's out here. That looks like that goes outside. Okay, I'm going to have them wedge that. Because we want to move into the house as quickly as possible. Because if we move into this courtyard, we want definitely at least one direction not covering us. Especially when that direction is going to be our rear. Looks like a kitchen. I don't see any suspects. So we're going to peek the door. Just listening for suspects. Remember, the whole horror of this game is not only dealing with suspects who have nothing to lose during the worst moment of their lives, but the fact that bullets fired by said suspects are all equally as lethal as each other. So any corner could be our last.
Drop the weapon!
Taking fire from that room over there.
Hands up!
Okay, suspect down, it looks like. I'm using suppressors, actually mainly so that I can tell my team's gunfire from theirs.
Lead the dog. Suspect is incapacitated.
Talk to entry team.
Okay.
Roger that.
And what about this door over here? That also leads outside to the same side as the previous door, so we're gonna have you
Use the door jam.
wedge that.
Good to go.
Wedges are your best friend. The last thing you want is suspects moving around the map and coming in behind you, especially on a map as convoluted as this. Just be real careful at this corner. There's that suspect down. Imagine, this place must have been really nice at one point. Okay, that was my fault. I did not realize there was going to be an opening there. Okay, you are going to move towards me. Luckily, this one isn't armed. That honestly really should have killed me. Alright, and you get her. You unfortunately cannot place a wedge here.
Talk to entry team.
Wait, do you see someone?
Trailers incoming.
Hands up! Don't move!
Is it over here?
Hands up!
There you are. Should be careful of these windows. I'm not sure if they can see through them.
Good to go.
Yeah, this is not going to be like the usual talkative, like, jokey type of video for those who haven't seen my Ready or Not videos, because it does require a fair amount of focus. I don't see anyone here. We're also going to want to watch out for traps. Doors can potentially be booby-trapped, and we don't want to blunder into that. Alright, so I'm going to consider this area good. And we'll lock up that weapon, and you tie her down. You're actually supposed to even restrain suspects who have been shot, because there is a possibility for them to actually fake going down, even if they're only minimally injured or if they haven't actually been hit. Okay, I'm not seeing anything, except one really creepy painting on the way in. I don't see anyone, but I think I hear footsteps on the left. We definitely don't want to be going outside just yet until this building is clear.
Hands up! Drop the weapon!
Okay, we're gonna... That's, I think that's the suspect we need alive. 2 suspects, so flashbang out.
Police, get down on the ground!
Drop your weapons. Drop your weapons, you two.
Hands up!
You two.
Get down!
Okay, you cuff them both. I'll get her. Okay, that was a very, very lucky flashbang. It wasn't even a smart flashbang, because I was vulnerable for the moment that I was throwing it. If they had rushed me, I would have been in a bad way, but I noticed that this was one of our main suspects, and I really wanted to take her alive.
Proceed with caution.
And that's the thing about this game. It's something that I feel this game doesn't do super well, but in moments like this, it does work, where it's all about those tense life or death judgment calls. It's all about those moments where, you know, you've got to decide, do I keep myself safe or do I go for the ideal outcome? In this case it worked out, but it doesn't always. And now is one of those moments where you have to stop and look around and realize just what it is you seem to be walking through.
High ground to talk. Bagging.
Tommy McCall, a stadium grounds keeper, divorced alcoholic, rapist, white beater, multiple sexual assault charges, never prosecuted. Ex-wife wants in. So these are like radical feminists who, well, can you blame them? They're all people who left their abusive husbands and found refuge here. And that's the thing, is that, like, Ready or Not depicts a world that is basically screwed. And it's not just because people woke up one day and decided to be the bad guys. It's because either due to trauma or, like, systemic corruption, or because of poverty or racial or gender inequality, or in some cases, yes, even just plain depravity. Well, you end up with stuff like this. This whole level to me reminds me very, very much of like something out of the first season of True Detective. Alright, but I think that's this building more or less dealt with, and we're going to start thinking about how we're going to get ourselves outside. Now, outside is really, really dangerous, because look at all this overgrowth. There's so much, like, visual noise, and therefore places for these suspects to hide. Okay, so this area seems to be self-contained. We're gonna knock this door down. That goes back to where we were. And I guess exit in another direction. Alright, so what we have here now is double doors which do lead out into the courtyard. Oh. And I am not seeing or hearing from an officer.
Gold.
So what we're going to do is wedge that door,
Good to go.
and we're going to take off the one that we placed earlier. Or actually, we're going to come through here and continue moving along the side.
Provide support.
On your 6.
God, that's unnerving. Okay, and we do have a suspect in here, so I'm going to actually utilize my team for once, and we're going to breach with C2 and clear with flashbang. That's going to be our best bet for taking the suspect alive. Unfortunately, it's really going to be difficult for me to get out of here. You guys, get ready. The shield is going to go in first. The SWAT team AI has been greatly improved with this update. That's one thing that they did really, really well.
Deploying
We're going to go and clear it. She'll probably surrender. There we go. We got an open door on the right. I'm going to move up and... Actually, oh, yep, we're taking fire. I just got hit in the arm.
You gonna move?
We're going to close that.
Put your hands up.
Oh, she tried to fight back at the last moment.
2 element. Affirmative entry.
That was a severe miscalculation, honestly. Why are you moving? Bud.
Nothing. Evidence good to go.
Checking the bed.
Okay. Now what have we got out here?
I'll get it.
This also leads outside. I'm going to wedge this one.
Safe.
Actually, it might be smarter to go out this way rather than here. Let's find out where this door goes. Oh, that leads to more of this structure? Okay, we want to clear the interior first, as counterintuitive as it may be.
Use a jam.
In real life, you would definitely want the perimeter secure and people, like, watching the exterior, snipers and such. But here we don't have that luxury. So we want to get rid of all the hard positions they could fire at us from. Okay, luckily she's just incapacitated.
But unconscious.
I think it's going to consider us as not completing the objective on that one, which is really dumb. Oh, okay, I guess it does count. Alright, that's good. And, you know, in a realistic simulation, we would have trailers come and remove her, but because this is a game, she's fine to just kind of sit on the floor there. Look at that. Alright, so what we're going to do is... Do we wedge that? I'm going to have Blue just kind of wait around here.
Heading out now.
We are going to need someone to watch this doorway, which we can't wedge, and I'm seeing stairs going down and up, so covering this hallway is going to be real important. We'll close that. Looks like this leads to a different room. Probably her bedroom. Open door on the left. Closed door on the right. Okay, and it looks like this moves to a shared bathroom, probably between those two bedrooms. But, and I know it kind of breaks the pace of the game to use the mirror a lot, but it really is necessary. We can die in an instant here. Look at all this stuff. Exiting onto some greenhouses. And I'm kind of being a little bit reckless here, because I know they can see me through this glass, and... We've got another basement entrance outside. Yeah, this level is just so huge that it's very hard to cover every possible angle. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the team up. I'm going to have Blue just wait here. Oh, we're taking fire. But from where? And Red's on me. Where are we getting shot at from? There's so much clutter out here that I do not like it one bit. This cover isn't going to do anything for me as far as stopping bullets, and I'm pretty sure the suspects can see through it, too. And here. Alright, out of my way. There's where we came from. This is tense. I know we were just getting shot at. We know the suspect probably retreated, but we just don't know where from. Open fence back here. I'm not seeing anybody, but I think this brings us around to the back of the property. Somebody spotted us! But I can't see them. The sun is in my eyes, and suspect down.
Talk. One suspect down. Breathing.
Talk to entry team.
I'll see.
Roger that. Medical assistance is standing by.
Alright, tie her down.
Suspect ready to go.
I hate being out here. I can't see a thing. The sun beating down, all these, like, tall blades of grass and vehicles and other things littering the place. Not to mention we know there's statues out here, so in a firefight with the sun in my eyes, it's entirely possible I'll spend a lot of time wondering why this ceramic won't go down. Or marble. We are taking so long to get to this officer in danger. I think we can move around the side here and probably enter this other outbuilding that we haven't yet reached. Also, I am seeing a path through the back, but we don't even have time to worry about that right now. See, that scared the crap out of me, because I thought that was somebody, like, crouched down, like with a shotgun or something, waiting to poke their head out from an assault coming from that way. Speaking of, I can see that they've barricaded this area for a fight. That pose is actually kind of indicative of what they were planning.
Down on your goddamn knees.
Whoa! Okay, we got some background there. Did she drop or did she move? I can't tell. We're gonna bang in. Okay, that was quite a good bounce.
Hands up, do it now.
Okay, and you had not. Okay, one of you dropped, but one of you didn't. This is real dangerous. I can't really move forward and safely get her.
Suspect is going anywhere.
Arrest him.
You arrest her. I'm gonna shut this door.
Civilian is cuffed and good to go. Evidence secured.
See, there's just so many openings from every direction, and it makes this really dangerous. This is the courtyard. Yep, taking fire. Okay, maybe do something other than stand in the doorway, guys.
Get down and put your hands up.
Oh, I think I saw movement up there. Oh, it's too bright to tell. Okay, that suspect is down. Both of you took hits there, but they seem to be minor. It just faintly, I can hear her yelling up there. If anything, that's good for us, though. Alright, let's move around and make sure this area is clear. Make sure we don't get any surprise fire from that courtyard. I'm not sure if we've cleared this building already. No, this doesn't look familiar to me. So we're gonna have to go in. Let's check our ammo, because it's been a while. Yeah, we're starting to run low. It's the silence that's the worst. Gunfights at least mean they're telling you where they are. Wait, is that someone already cuffed? Wait, have we been through here? Oh, huh. You see how you get turned around? And getting turned around is deadly. But I think now we've got to make a move on that courtyard. There shouldn't be too much, because anything that was in the courtyard should have heard the sounds of gunfire and come to respond at various points. Of course, that's a big, big assumption, and we can't take it at face value. And I will ignore my fear at all these crouched statues and say it seems like we're good here. Yeah, here's an entrance to that cellar. Alright, I need to... Now that we've secured the surface, at least for the most part, I think we need to sort of regroup and figure out how we're going to approach this basement. But no sign of that officer. Alright, first we need to ascend up here, because there was actually a suspect here. We should have cleared this before. We wouldn't have come under that fire.
Entry team to talk. One
Right,
suspect
you're
down,
alive.
immediate medical.
And we'll get your gun.
Roger
Good
that.
to go.
Medical
And now we're going to
assistance
use this
standing
stairwell to head right back around. Look, blue is covering the side stairs. They're not going to be crawling out of that hole in the courtyard. So we're going in this way. Which may not be the best move because, you know, you generally don't want to enter a space in the middle. But hopefully this is on, like, the periphery. We just don't know the layout. I played this level exactly once before this, so I really have no idea what to make of this, and I specifically did not pay attention to any of the environment details so that I could make a video. Yep, this is a bad situation. I'm thinking if we can quickly move over here. Nope, that's worse. Okay, this should be the stairwell that leads to where Blue is. Yep. Okay, Blue, I'm gonna have you
Blue.
come down to here.
On the way.
Provide support on me.
Behind you.
Red's gonna come with me. Red usually comes with me because Red has the shield. And if we want to breach a room, that's gonna be instrumental. Don't see anything, but it's so dark. Door left and right. Nothing there. And I think that's the same hallway we would have just seen. There's so many blind corners. Sometimes I just want to, like, quickly move between cover in the hope that if something does fire at me, I'll at least have a better chance of avoiding fire than if I had slowly crept around. But it's really freaking me out that we're going through this whole place and not seeing anybody. Both main suspects are in custody, so we don't have to worry too much about restraint, although there are possibly still unarmed cultists around here. And here we are. Okay. So that's the thing. When tactical shooters are done right, you can derive so much tension simply from the act of moving around. There don't even have to be any enemies, and the lack of enemies it can be even worse than if you were encountering something. I just noticed this. It reminds me of, like, Annihilation or something. Now, you might say that I'm not utilizing my squad enough and that clearing that basement would have been faster if I had. And you're right, but, you know, I like taking point. And plus, I kind of trust myself more than I trust them, even if they are a lot better than they used to be, but now we've got to explore that unknown thing the map doesn't account for, that there is a trail leading back into the woods here. This is giving me such opening to Resident Evil 7 vibes. They've got their own little church. Alright, let's figure out how we're gonna do this. Don't see anyone here, but I think I can faintly hear a voice on the right. So we're gonna wedge this door and see if there's another way, being very, very careful. Okay, nobody here, but the structure does go a fair way back. I'm definitely hearing voices inside, and I think this is going to be another breach bang clear. We don't have gas on us. This is what it's all been leading up to. Okay, hear footsteps, but nobody in this front room. So we're going to quietly peek it. What is going on in here? Okay, suspect ahead, so we are going to breach C2 and clear with flashbang. Shield, you're gonna wanna go forward into this.
Charge ready.
It's not really a good safe place for us to stack up either.
Setting it now.
You're facing the wrong way.
Looking under the bed.
Turn around. Keep your hands up.
Yeah, that would have gone a lot smoother if A, they reacted to the breach at all, and B, if the shield had gone forward. And look at no, you guys falling on me. No, do not overextend. And as the famous line from a similar level in SWAT 4 goes, this is one bat-filled belfry. Alright, let's be careful, make sure we don't take any fire from down below. I hear voices, I think. I'm scared enough of this corner that I'm going to use the Optiwand to kind of cheat and peek around. I don't see anyone, but multiple rooms back in that direction. Oh. Suspect down. Another suspect down, and that's all. Okay, and I'm actually going to park my guys right here because I don't want them to automatically cuff and secure all this and end the mission prematurely because I want to have a look around. Look at all this. Shackles on the walls. I wonder if that's not part of like some kind of initiation ritual, or if they have like, I don't know, maybe they actually do go out and abduct people, the former abusive husbands. But I'm not seeing anyone around, no hostages. And no sign of that officer.
Ready.
That is,
Lead the talk.
I don't know what to make of that.
Entry team. Roger, entry team.
All right, hang on.
Notifying medical.
I'm gonna leave this gun on the ground for now. Wait!
Have anything else?
Oh my god, that was, it was a civilian.
Stay here.
Okay, now this is one reason why I think that this game should not tell you when you've secured every suspect. Because I was playing that really carelessly and I shouldn't have.
Keep going.
But I knew that there... Something tells me that cage wasn't for an animal. Oh, hey, look, it's the... it's the thing on the wall from Dreadhalls. Alright, I'm gonna leave you here for now because I feel like there's something I missed. Like, where is that officer? Yeah, I've been all over this place, and it's really disturbing me that I can't find either the officer or that missing civilian. So I'm gonna head outside and just kind of order my team to search for me. And if they find anything, we'll... if they find anything, we'll be able to see it on their helmet cams.
I'll check the bed. Checking the bed.
Wait, somebody's moving into handcuff? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Somebody on the ground in a room that I thought they had cuffed and they didn't.
Talk reporting.
But there's that.
Copy that. Put him on safe and let him hang. Great job.
Wait, it's ending so... that officer is just straight up not here. Yeah, and so that's an A ranking, which is lucky, thanks to this mod that happened, because I was not playing super well, and it's because there's just so many open spaces, and that is where the horror in a game like this shines. It's that constant fear for the safety of yourself and for your team, but also that you'll screw up and accidentally shoot someone that shouldn't be shot, or that a bad decision will cause things to go far more wrong than they needed to. It's all about making these, like, snap life or death decisions when you sometimes don't have a complete picture to work with, and being responsible for so much of the outcome. Of course, the unmodded game, it's mostly just fear for your own safety because the AI are absolute aimbots, but, you know, I see what they're going for here. And much more than that, it's having those slow, tense, like, high-risk moments while progressing through an environment that is just painted with, like, the depths of what a person can sink to. And that is so... what's cool about it is that in a SWAT game, being a job simulator, and given how dangerous it is, you almost have to ignore the absolute horror show that's happening around you. Because if you don't, you're simply not going to be in the right mindset to do your job and avoid getting shot by what's hiding under a bed or just around the corner. Well, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.